I thought we played with pretty good energy level and effort level tonight. Unfortunately, in the second half, we were not able to control our defensive glass, and in some key situations, it was the difference in the game. Against North Carolina State, even though we didn't shoot the ball well, if you're able to control the transition and keep defending the way we did, you have a chance to be successful. The toughest kid on the court tonight was C.J. Williams, and he was a difference in the game. He took advantage of defensive mistakes, made shots, 3 offensive rebounds, and just did a really good job. This game reminded me of very much of the Maryland game where Mosley kind of made the tough plays that you need guys to make. And overall it wasn't exactly the way we wanted to finish it, but unfortunately you didn't get the job done.
With the, guard shooting, the numbers are pretty bad. I think it was like 2 for 23 with Reed, Udofi, and Morris tonight. Is that a function of the shots they're getting, or is it just bad luck?
Well, we're not a great shooting team. Okay, so we have to make sure that we take quality shots. And I thought, for the most part, every one of Mufan's shots was a pretty darn good look. And first half we missed some open shots off a lot of good ball movement. And unfortunately in the second half we got away from that. We took some quick shots early in the shot clock with guys right on us. Those aren't the decisions. Those are bad decisions. We can't make those. It puts too much pressure on our defense. We hold the team to 40%. We out-rebound the team by 11. But your offense keeps putting your defense in tough situations. So there was some poor shot selection today. I call that decision-making from our guards in terms of the type of shot they're taking. And so we need to do a better job than that. We have to. Our margin for error on the offensive end is small. If you keep putting pressure on your defense, it's too hard to overcome.
You did a decent job of neutralizing Lorenzo Brown, and Wood did not have a good shooting night. But then, after Williams kept him in the game in the first half, C.J. Leslie sort of picked it up in the second half, and they got the ball inside pretty easily, it seemed.
Yeah, like I said, I thought there was a couple possessions there where we didn't do a good enough job of defending the low post, but that's a pretty good group in there, and it's 7 for 18 is their 2 post players. Painter's 0 for 1 for 7 of 18. So, what ends up happening is because it's a close game, every one of those baskets seems big. There was only one play at the end that I thought we didn't defend the post the way we needed to, and that player will learn from that. He just made a mistake on that coverage, and that's some of the things that we have to go through, and I thought there was a couple big plays. I thought the offensive rebound off the missed free throw was a huge play. And I always say in the last 2 rounds of a game, you can't give up second shots, you can't have any coverage or scouting mistakes, and you need to execute and get a quality shot every possession. You don't have to make it, but you need a quality shot. And that last 2 rounds started off with us giving an offensive rebound on a missed free throw, and that was a bad precedent to set.
Can you talk a little bit about the offensive rebound that kept you in the game, really got you the lead?
Yeah, again, we're only, we were so concerned over our transition defense, our 4 and 5. They played a heck of a game, those guys are getting all those rebounds. If they didn't get it, they tap it back because our 2 and 3 are back because of our transition defense. trying to put a greater emphasis on that. And we were able to, come up with some offensive rebounds from some guys that weren't even really involved in the glass just because of the effort. The problem is 19 offensive rebounds and only 16 second chance points. That's not good enough. Minimum, you need as many second chance points as you get offensive rebounds. That means you're only converting at 50%, which isn't great. But we could have used those 3 extra points if you did that, and actually we need to, be a little more efficient. One thing we did is we got some offensive rebounds and we hurried the second shot. You can't do that. And just again, a part of the growing process, kind of play with a little more poise and patience. We struggle with that at times, especially when you don't shoot the ball well, because now you want to try to hurry up and make up for that missed shot. You can't do that. No, because I would look at the overall game, and I didn't mean that by he didn't play well. I thought he did a lot of good things, but I thought, it's good to see him knock down those free throws. He's been working hard at that. But one thing we have to eliminate, he had 4 turnovers, and when your starting 4-man has 1/4 of your turnovers, that you got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Coaches, does it seem like Lufon's confidence is being affected, and what are you telling him about, his shot, and are you telling him to keep shooting the open looks?
I told him those shots were good shots. I thought we made 2 bad decisions tonight in the whole game. One was the turnover when he threw the skip pass, tried to drive it on the first screen. You can't do that. And the second one was when they kind of screwed around at top with the ball screen and pushed the guy away, and then had him come back, and we got an offensive foul on Cam, I think, on that play. Those are the only 2 offensive poor decisions he made all night. Again, I understand who we are and what we got, and if he misses those open shots on those kickouts, those were great plays in the first half by Glenn. Kickouts by the post, those are all good shots. Got to live with that. Got to live with that. He's a tough enough kid. He'll get in the gym tomorrow and get some more shots up. But again, he had 6 assists the other night. He had 6 assists and 1 turnover last game, or no turnovers?
No turnovers.
So he's got 11 assists and 2 turnovers the last 2 games. That's more of a point guard. Those are the numbers that we need him to get. He's getting some quality looks. So I never evaluate a guy's performance on if they made shots, if they're getting good ones. So I was pleased with him.
How much did not having Nate in there?
Well, I think 2 things did hurt us a little bit. Nate's length. He was very effective at North Carolina State when we played him. And so now 31 minutes by Cam, 34 by Daniels, too many minutes probably. Those guys were, kind of did a good job. The second thing was Julian has been gone for the last 2 days. He had a death in his family, and he was with his family over the last 2 days, and so he just got back late this afternoon. And he was understandably not as efficient as he has been, and I give him credit because, he kept fighting and kept trying to do it. It just, you understand, he was drained, and I appreciate his sacrifice for the team as well as his families. But those 2 things obviously had an impact. So I thought our other big guys responded pretty well, and Nick gave us a couple good minutes, and so hey, that it is what it is. You got to, those things occur during the year. Nate's going to be out at least a couple weeks, and we're going to have to, figure some things out. We have 6 days to do that.
Thought good in the first half, and you mentioned that you moved the ball maybe as well as.
We are getting better. I mean, it's disappointing when you get better and you do some things and then maybe you go away from it in the second half. I think again, it's our patience is not great. And so we missed some shots moving the ball well, and so now we're gonna not You know, we can't, you know, it's not all about instant gratification. You got to have some poise and some patience, and we just got to get better at that.